This is a demonstration of the new integrated event search functionality which has recently been added in Netcall Omnibus Web GUI. In this video I'll cover searching by identifier. This feature allows an operator to determine if a particular event is a recurring problem without needing to launch out into the IBM Operations Analytics log analysis web application. In previous releases of Omnibus Web GUI, if you wanted to perform an historical event search, you would do that within the event list by selecting the event you wanted to search on, right-clicking on it to bring up the alerts menu, going to the event search menu item, choosing the type of search you wanted to perform, and then choosing a time period you wanted to search over. And running that tool would then launch out into a new window into the log analysis application, which would then perform the search. And after waiting for a little while, the UI of log analysis would appear and it would finish searching and display the results of your search. However, with this new functionality, it is possible to perform an event search more quickly and easily from within Omnibus Web GUI itself. So let's say that as an operator, I've seen this event here, which is the london.ibm.com machine going offline. And as an operator, I think I may have seen this before. So rather than just raise a ticket to get the machine restarted, I want to investigate to see if there have been any previous occurrences of this exact same fault. So to do that now, I need to open up the information window for the event, which is what we would use to see more details for any event, and go over to the new event search tab. And that tab allows me to do any event searches, and because I want to look for previous occurrences of this exact same event, I want to search historically for the same identifier. So on a search type, I'm going to use this event search for identifier option. And I'm going to choose previous week as the date range. And note that this is going to be relative to the first occurrence of the event that I'd selected. So the searched range will be the week before the first occurrence of the event. And that's consistent with the existing right-click event search tools. So all I need to do now is click this search button, and Omnibus Web GUI will go off to the log analysis system and perform that search and bring back the results and display them in this chart. And the chart shows event count against date range, and as you can see now, there have been previous occurrences of this identifier. If I repeat that for an event which hasn't been loaded into the log analysis system, then all that happens is we get a blank chart coming back, as you can see there, and it says no results found. Here are some troubleshooting tips for the new integrated event search feature. Problem: the event search tab is not visible for any user. The visibility of the event search tab is primarily controlled by a setting in the server.init file. So to resolve this problem, an administrator should edit that file and make sure that the scala.integratedsearch.enabled setting has been set to true. It should be noted that by default this property will be set to true after installation if the administrator has checked the integrate with log analysis feature during install. The second problem: the event search tab is visible for some users but not others. The control of the event search tab on a user basis is set via the preferences for users that the administrator controls within Web GUI. So to resolve this, the administrator should go to the user preferences for Netcall Omnibus Web GUI page in Dash and check the show event search preference for the user in question. It should be noted that the show event search user preference defaults to being enabled for all users. So this should only be necessary if that setting has been changed to false for a particular user. Problem: the whole of the reported time range is several weeks in the past. If you see this, then this is working as designed. The event search time range, as explained earlier, works relative to the first occurrence of the event. So if you perform an event search on an event which has a first occurrence which was several weeks in the past, then the search period itself will also be several weeks in the past. Problem: a search for the previous week displays 8 days of event counts rather than 7. Again, this is working as designed. Only whole periods are reported on the event count chart. So for example, if the chart reports by day, then whole days will be reported. And if it's reporting by month, then whole months will be reported. So for example, if the first occurrence of the event is part way into a day, and you're reporting over the previous week, then the whole of the day in which the first occurrence happened, plus the whole of the day that was 1 week before the first occurrence will both be reported. Therefore, you'll end up with 8 reported periods across that week. Problem: an error message is displayed when performing an event search. This can happen for a number of reasons. First of all, you should follow any advice that is provided in the error message, and this may require the help of a system administrator.